Nolan, are you still here?
Yeah.
Okay, just double checking. God damn, I'm
Dude, I love
fucking.
content cop.
Oh yeah, I wish IDEPS would do more of those content cop series. They're really fucking
Dude,
good.
he puts a lot of time into them, though. I think
Yeah,
like
that's
that's why he
true.
doesn't do them very much because he does his freaking research.
Yeah, they're pretty labor intensive. I think that's his best series though. Like honestly, is
I
is his
agree. I
content
think
cop.
that's like
Yeah,
his most popular one.
yeah, they're really
Yeah,
really fucking good.
they are. iDubbbz, do more content, cop.
Yeah, seriously, I'll fucking suck your dick
Dude,
for
what if
some
you did a
content
content
cop.
cop on us, dude? That'd be so cool.
I would jizz and throw up at the same time. I'd take a number 4.
Speaking of number 4, let's get right into Pornhub's 2016 year in review.
Exactly, let's do that. So what is up, dudes? Two fucking dudes back at it again with another episode. We have Austin with us as always.
Mm, hmm.
Thank you, and we have Nolan with us as well.
All right. Basically, what we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about two things. We're going to talk about Pornhub released a whole list of statistics on like what everybody watches, and then we also at the later part, or maybe even who the fuck knows, where let's just let the conversation lead us to where it leads us. But we have a couple of things that we want to talk about that I guess I mean at least I personally fear. I'm personally kind of worried about personally. So the first thing I want to talk about though is like the actual statistics themselves and how reliable they really are. Because I'm not quite sure. Like, there's a lot of great statistics in here, but I'm not quite sure. Maybe I didn't do enough research into it, but I don't know like how accurate these really are. Because like, are they only measuring the people that sign into YouTube? You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand
YouTube?
exactly how they got. I mean, Pornhub. Sorry, it's the same thing. I don't understand how they got some of these statistics. Like males watch this, females watch that, but it's like how the fuck does Pornhub know what I am? You know what I mean? So the first thing I want to say before we even get into these statistics is unfortunately I'm not quite sure if these statistics mean anything at all.
Well, couldn't it have been surveys?
It could have been through surveys, or I'm wondering.
No, it's not surveys. It's not
Okay.
surveys.
Well, I mean,
How do you know?
Because it says this is like the search watch, so it's most searched for terms. So that this is the most searched for term on their website.
so then I'm wondering
Okay.
if it has
Does that
some
make sense?
sort of. Does it then have some sort of thing like Google's AdSense type thing does, where it's like.
Okay,
Because like I mean,
if it does,
Google's
that's terrifying.
Google's at their ad fucking application, whatever the fuck you want to call it, knows like who's male, who's female. Like a lot of them, like they can find out like,
Yeah.
your political party affiliation, like things like that. So I'm wondering
Yeah.
if maybe if somehow their ads are judging who's male, who's female, like just based off of your computer essentially.
So if Pornhub is allowed to get that access, that's just kind of freaky to me. But I mean, that is how they would do it, right? That's
Yeah,
like the
and I
most
mean-
accurate way to figure out all this information.
I don't even care if they know all that stuff because I mean Google knows it anyway, so it's not going to make a difference. If I'm
Yeah, I guess so.
Googling for that kind of porn, they're going to figure out that I'm a male and that I'm Googling it. So
And eventually in like 20 years, they'll get to where they know exactly who you are and they know exactly what you're into.
Yeah,
and
you're
they'll get
gonna-
it to
you're gonna
like
press
they'll
your-
find the one. Ugh, that's scary. But anyways,
you're gonna
okay.
press your
So the
fingerprint
first
on
thing,
it, and it's going to know. It's going to load up your recommended porn feed.
the first thing I want to talk about is congratulations to Alabama, who watches Alabama and well, actually Mississippi. Alabama's right next to Mississippi too, but basically Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, and Arkansas all watch a shitload of porn.
Yeah, that doesn't.
That's the first
surprise
thing I
me.
want to say. But the more important stuff is the top 10 searches for 2016 in the U.S. We're speaking U.S. because none of the other countries matter.
Yeah.
Just kidding. But the top searches, number one was stepmom.
That's weird, but okay.
Number two. This is actually interesting. This, and I'm not in, and I'm not exactly sure who's watching it a lot. but lesbian porn is huge.
That one doesn't surprise
I guess,
me. Like, not a
I
not
guess
a single bit.
lesbian porn is the most watched porn out of any other porn there is.
That's not surprising to me.
But so it's guys watching lesbian porn though, right?
Yeah, of course.
Because it has nothing to do with girls watching. Like,
No, 'cause
girls watching
lesbian porn, it doesn't show real lesbians. Like,
not at all.
No, it's completely made for a fucking completely male viewership to be watching the lesbian porn.
Have you ever seen? There's that video of it's like lesbians watch lesbians porn, and they're all it's hilarious. If you haven't seen it, just go watch it. I don't even want to talk about it.
We'll put the link in the description.
Yeah. And let me find another interesting statistic. God, that's hard to say, dude. I'm gonna have to say that a lot this episode too. It's kind of funny how like every other country besides like the United States, like if you're in India, for example, Indian is the most. If you're in Japan, Japanese is the most. But here's where it starts to get a little interesting, and I'm not quite sure I understand why. But the most watched, the top 10 searches in Russia, and there's a couple others too that I saw that have this exact same number one. In Russia and a couple other countries, the number one searched porn was Overwatch porn.
Really?
Makes no sense to me at all. I don't understand why they're all like into. I guess they're into video game porn. I guess that's what it is. But that's just that seems odd to me.
It is odd, but you also have to think about, so when Pokemon Go first came out, Pornhub released a statistic around that same time that in the US the most highly searched porn term was Pokemon, or not Pokemon, it was actually Pikachu. And I believe I think it was Philip DeFuckass that did a video talking about that, but like one of the most highest searched porn terms was either Pikachu or Pokemon that people were searching for when that became big, and that was like a US thing. So I mean, it's weird, but it's not that fucking weird, I guess.
It's weird that it's number one.
Yeah, it's creepy.
That's weird, dude. I don't know. That's above my head. I guess I'm out of touch with the reality. Anyways, another one that, I mean, this is obvious and everybody knows this, but I want to talk about this because I guess it's weird because people never talk about porn, yet we all do it, right? Mm-hmm. So if you look at the most searched porn stars too, and this is 2016 is pretty much the exact same as 2015 was, the exact same as 2014. Number one is Lisa Ann, which have you ever watched a Lisa Ann video?
No, but I've heard
of
her. I've heard of her several times.
Because she's the most famous porn star in the world. Like no one even touches her. But I don't find her in the least bit attractive. Like
I don't even know what she looks like, to be quite honest with you.
That's kind of, I don't know what to say. I guess you're not a man, but
no.
Anyways,
I can name plenty. I just don't know about her. I'll look her up, I guess.
So my only guess to why, and I think this is the obvious reason, is that I mean, we're not her demographic. I guess her demographic is like old 40-year-old men, because I guess that's.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Also, now after looking at a picture, and I don't find her attractive either.
No, she's like disgusting.
Yeah.
Like I've tried to watch her videos because it's obviously like she's plastered on Pornhub on the front page everywhere. So you watch a video and it's just like, I don't get it. I guess it's for 40-year-old men. I guess it's not for me, but still.
Yeah.
Number two, this is hilarious because it just like proves the hypocrisy of like righteousness in Islam. But Mia Khalifa, who's basically her whole gig is she's just a Muslim porn star.
Yeah.
And everybody knows that like Muslims are, for the most part, we have this idea that Muslims are the most devout, like of all religious sects. Mm-hmm. And they love to jerk off. I think like Pakistan, obviously not everybody in Pakistan has the internet, but the people who do have the internet in Pakistan, I read somewhere that like they jerk off more than anybody else. Muslims love jerking off. So Mia Khalifa gets a nice little boost from the Arab world, slash Persian world.
Yeah.
And then Kim Kardashian's still number 3.
Bad. Look, what? Why?
I don't know. The sad thing about Kim Kardashian is a lot a lot of other girls pretend to be Kim Kardashian on Pornhub, and they get a lot of views because of it. And they even are allowed to put like Kim Kardashian getting fucked.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. That's kind of weird.
I mean, I think it's kind of weird, but I would imagine that it's the same kind of concept how people are allowed to put like real casting couch. This is a real interview, and these girls really didn't know that they were going to get a job, and you're like, really? Like, you should put real one more time and maybe I'll believe that it's fucking real. You know what I'm saying? Like, these fucking fake ass scripted things, they put real on them all the time. So I guess I can see how they're allowed to put that in the title.
Here's another interesting statistic. I have another one. This is weird, and this is going to contradict your previous statement, and it kind of threw me for the loop the first time I saw it too. So, what would you think is the most searched women's? See, and this comes back to the very beginning statement which I made, was like they split it between women and men's favorite, and so I'm like, how the fuck did they figure out this information, and how correct is it? Because I feel like the only way they can figure out if it's a man or a woman is if they're a signed up member, which I will say, if you're a signed up member for Pornhub, you don't represent represent the normal human. So these statistics couldn't be right if that's how Pornhub figured out all this information. But let's pretend they didn't, because we didn't do our research, so how the fuck do we know? What do you think is the number one searched category for females?
Category or person?
Category.
Gay.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, what do you mean gay?
Gay guys.
Okay, you're totally off. Not even close. It's not even the top 20. Yeah.
Interesting.
But I kind of gave it away. It's lesbian.
Oh.
Lesbian is twice as much as anything else.
That one doesn't surprise me.
And you know what number 2 is? Lesbian scissoring. So, like, lesbian porn is huge for women compared to everything else. Why?
I don't find that very surprising.
Number 3 is threesome, so that's lesbian pretty much too.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't find the whole lesbian thing very surprising that girls are searching for that. But that's just my personal look.
Now, what girls are searching for lesbian porn though? Because I have a couple things to say about this.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think who's searching up lesbian porn? Is it just that the
Straight
lesbos
women.
are just fucking really?
Yes.
This is interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Why? How?
I don't know. I just have some weird feeling. The fact, because like, just think about the majority of porn. Just like, if you think about it, like, okay, so I mean, I guess this is just using this as an example, and it's kind of slightly off topic because it's for a different reason. But like, think about the 30 seconds of regret thing. You know what I'm talking about? Like, we're like, yeah, like after you finish jacking off and you look at you look at the video and you're like, oh wow, like, this is just some vulgar, just nasty, gross stuff. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
And I feel like, because men are fucking just weird savages and they're gross, and they'll fuck a hole in a door if it's more than 60 degrees outside.
And warm.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And I feel like women are more like into not elegant, but less kind of like, oh Jesus, I just punched my mic. Just like less, not even grotesque, just like raunchy kind of porn, if that makes sense.
Okay.
And so I feel like, because usually 90% of the lesbian porn you watch is very like just subtle. It's almost closer to softcore than it is to hardcore. Yeah. And so I feel like that's the reason that women go and watch that. Because there's just something sexual about the act of it, but it's not like gross whore choking on 15-inch cock.
Okay, I totally agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
But to play, well, no, I'm not even going to play devil's advocate because this is what I really believe. So I guess I'm the devil. There's a for women only section, and there's tons of videos in that section.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, sometimes I even click on that because it's like maybe I want to watch something that's in that.
Yeah.
So like, I see what you're saying, but there's tons of videos where nice guys are just slowly fucking a girl.
Much more sensual.
Like a girl wants to watch.
Much more sensual videos.
I could be. I don't know how much power, and we're going to talk about this a little bit later. I don't know how much power Pornhub has over people's sexuality, but I have a weird feeling that they have a lot of power. I have a weird feeling that what they put on the front page is really going to kind of influence the way your sexual tendencies are going to lean, especially if you go to Pornhub every day and they start putting stuff on your front page. Eventually you're going to click something kind of fetish to it, and then actually you're going to get those urges and be like, oh, I want to watch that again. And then I think it's also a very big possibility that lesbos just like to fucking love to flick it.
That's
more so than your average straight girl.
Mm-hmm. That's completely possible too.
But here's where it starts to get a little weird though. The third is threesome, which to me that shouts straight girl having lesbian fantasies. But she's not hardcore enough to go watch lesbian scissors.
Exactly.
Am I wrong?
No, I completely I can see where you're coming from with that. I don't know if I would say like having lesbian fantasies, but maybe like bi-curious tendencies. I can see where
that's the same. Going. That's just a synonym.
Yeah, well, yes, but I mean like I'm talking not like hardcore like crazy butch dyke lesbians.
No, I'm not either.
Yeah, okay. Then
I'm not either.
Yeah,
well,
then we're on the same.
Yeah, I'm not either. Number 5. Here's where it also gets weird. Number 5 is lesbian seduces straight. So that's also, I feel like that's another one of those like lesbian fantasy, but I don't want to go hardcore yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, dude. I think that kind of made me interested and made me go like, okay, I wonder what it's really like to be a woman, and I wonder if they all have like weird lesbian sort of fantasies. But they just don't tell anybody. I think so, dude. I think it's very possible. In which that kind of scares me. Anyways, I'll have a couple other things to say about this statistic, and then we can get into like kind of the main reason we're doing this whole episode. So number 6 on that for girls is stepdad and daughter, which is kind of interesting. Mm-hmm. But number 2, that hits that. But that's very similar to like the guys, because if you look at the guys. The top 3, I mean, this is the top 5 are just fucking like, and this is a great segue because this is what we want to talk about. Number 1 is MILF. Mm-hmm. So
of course,
I think that's 40-year-old men.
Yeah. No, I agree, and I believe a high majority of teenagers also, more
teenagers
adults,
too. Yeah, a little bit of teenagers too. But I don't think teenagers alone are getting MILF up to number 1.
No. That's not
number 2, though. It is because of the teenagers. And number 2 is stepmom.
Oh, yeah. Okay, of course.
There's something weird in this, like, divorce culture or something. I don't know, dude. It's like, I don't know what's up with people and wanting to fuck their moms. Maybe Freud was right, but...
Yeah, it's
I don't know. I don't know, dude.
Oedipus complex.
And you have stepsister is number 3, which that I believe is probably a sudden urge. Yeah, not urge. What's the fucking word I'm trying to say, dude? Like a rise. I think it's probably a new thing.
Yeah.
Thanks to one man specifically, and we all know who I'm talking about. Oh, this is so wrong. I'm my stepsister. Anyways, and then mom is number 5. Just flat out mom.
What? Wait,
you know what I'm talking about, dude. Everybody knows what I'm talking about.
I have no idea what you're talking about, I don't think.
Okay, so recently there's been an insane, like, on the front page of Pornhub, there's tons of stepsister porn.
Okay.
And it's all of it, a lot of it, especially in the last maybe 6 months, has been by one guy. If you really pay attention, of course, everybody's doing it, and there's not just one guy. Yeah. But there's one guy specific, just like the guy who started the casting couch. Like there was an original casting couch guy.
And he still does
There is
it,
a stepsister guy.
Yeah,
I know he still does. Of course, why would he quit?
Yeah.
But like, there's a stepsister guy.
Yeah.
And he's fucking. Okay, I'm watching his videos because his chicks are fucking hot. They're the hottest chicks on Pornhub.
Yep.
But for some fucking weird reason, I have to sit there. And I have to pretend like I'm not hearing the stepsister bullshit.
Yep.
I can honestly say, and because I thought about this for hours, and I'd be like, Austin, you don't actually like this, right? I honestly do not like it because it's the stepsister. Yeah. I objectively look at the girls. I mean, I see the girls before I see the title.
Yep, exactly.
And they are gorgeous.
They're using the best looking porn stars that they can find.
So why is Pornhub putting these videos about your stepsister and your sister and your mom? It's being put on the front page, and they're using the most gorgeous girls. I'm just saying, I'm a conspiracy leaning toward type of guy, but I feel like psychologically that has an effect on the mass population of America.
I agree with that.
And the scares the shit out.
The fact it is weird, because I get what you're saying now. When you said the "you're my stepsister" thing, I thought you were talking a specific example of somebody then making that like a trending thing. I wasn't thinking that you were talking about just that whole thing popping up all at once. But I remember we kind of mentioned it to each other at the same time, and I noticed it as well. And I was like, it's like you're just scrolling through, you see like, oh, super hot girl, and then you like look and you click on it, and like they're fucking sitting on the couch, and he's like, oh, I need a inner thigh massage because like I'm so good at the gym. And
do you know who I'm talking about too, though? There is one guy.
A real life person?
Yeah.
Like somebody, I mean, somebody somebody in our lives.
No, there's a male porn star who's in the majority of the videos.
Yes. Then I know.
Okay. Thank you.
See, that's what I was confused on earlier. I thought you were saying somebody that we knew, or somebody that was like something viral that was happening. That's why I was confused. I was like, what the fuck?
Well, it is viral.
Yeah, but yeah, it is just such a strange thing, and especially the fact it gets even weirder that like it's not like it just says like in the title like, oh, hooking up with stepsister, whatever, and then like it's just a normal video. It's the fact that like then throughout the video, like you're saying, it's like they're fucking getting it on. The chick's like, oh yeah, do you like having sex with your sister? And you're like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with humanity? Dude. It's just so
I don't know.
So
I feel like
weird.
Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe the majority of Americans do like fucking their sister, and that's the content they want. Maybe. But I feel like that's more. The porn industry trying to put that on, because if you think the porn industry does not have power over people and their sexual needs, look down at your bush and notice that you trim it, because you do not trim it because you think it looks cool. You trim it because Pornhub made it a thing. And so I think this stepsister stepmom thing is a lot scarier than people are saying.
Yeah.
Pornhub has a lot of power over what you think is cool and what you think isn't cool to wake off to.
It's making a lot of people think that that's a normal thing. And like
exactly.
And while sure it's not, there's nothing genetically wrong with it.
Well, the stepsister stuff?
I'm saying nothing genetically wrong with it. Like it's not like you're having sex
with
your sister.
But I have something to say.
Okay.
Because to that, I agree with you. But I feel like it's the same scenario with the girl, where it's like, it's my stepsister, and so it's not as bad. Or maybe it's this isn't my sister, and we live in this weird world where now she's technically my sister, but we live in the same house, and I see her all the time naked and shit, so I want to jerk off to her. Because I agree with you. Like I don't like it. It's weird to fuck your stepsister, but in the same token, you're right. Like it's only weird because society says it's weird.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I mean, I'm saying like, sure, it's morally, yes, it's fucking creepy as shit, and it's weird. I'm just saying, like, there's nothing genetically wrong with it. It's not like I mean, obviously, having sex with your real sister, there's something genetically wrong with that, because you're going to fuck and have little fucking surveillance camera artists running around your house with their fucking oddest ass looking in their fucking cell phone screens trying to stare at people around the house while they talk backwards to them. But, like, it's creepy and weird on a level aside from, like, sure, there's no blood, but it's still fucking creepy. And the fact that it's starting to become normalized by the porn industry, I think is a very weird and kind of shocking thing.
Yeah. I would just say, and I have another thing, like, I don't know, maybe, I think it's possible that your dad is fucking some girl's mom and you guys ended up being soulmates. You know what I mean? I guess, whatever. Maybe I don't have something wrong with it. Like, if you sat me down and said, like, look, this is my situation, we had an hour-long conversation, maybe I wouldn't look at you in a wrong way. Yeah. But do you think that there's a sort of like it goes back to the girl thing, like the threesome thing, like the chick wants to fuck a girl, but she's not crazy enough to just go straight into lesbian porn, so she jerks off to, hey, there's a guy there too, maybe it's not bad. So maybe it's like, I want to fuck my mom, but hey, it's not too bad because I don't want to go that far, so I'll fuck my stepmom instead. Do you think that, because number 5 is mom, like straight out, yeah, number 5, mom, the number 5 most watched thing by men is just they want to fuck their mom.
Mm-hmm. So, I feel like it also has to come down to like almost a like a woman in power type thing esque, like how a lot of people, like, I mean, I guess it's not searched as much as you would think, but a lot of people talk about it, is like, or it pops up a lot, like the slutty teacher videos and things like that. Like, I feel like people think like, oh, it's like somebody in a position of like quote unquote power type thing. It's like that risque, like the risqueness of it, like, oh, like I'm supposed to be learning and being taught by this person, and then you're going and doing like this kind of,
yeah,
it's like the forbidden fruit type thing, kind of. If you get what I'm saying.
Well,
so like, I'm wondering if it's like that type of a thing. But then people think like, oh, it's creepy if I was fucking my mom, but like my stepmom is a close thing, and it's not weird or as weird as.
Yeah, no, that's basically what I was trying to say. I mean, you completely. Yeah, I completely agree with you. That's basically, yeah, that's what I think. I don't know, dude. It's just a weird. I think it's not been talked about. It's been happening for the last at least half a year. I haven't really been paying attention, but I know it wasn't happening 2 years ago. I know it wasn't, because I was watching Pornhub and I wasn't noticing it.
Yep.
But over the last like maybe year or half a year or so, there's just tons of fucking I want to fuck my sister videos on the internet, and it's just kind of getting creepy. And especially that the biggest crime, I don't care. If you want to fuck your sister and you want to go watch that, that's fine. What you're gonna say. But the fact that it's on the front page and it's the most beautiful girls, I have to watch those videos.
Yep.
Like, I have to. Those girls, there's no other girls that are attractive but those ones.
It's either you watch the slut being anal fisted over here, or else you watch the fucking gorgeous 19-year-old having sex with her stepbrother.
Exactly.
And
exactly.
It's one of those things. It's so just like you were saying. Yeah, you want to click on it because you're naturally inclined to go on and watch a video that has better looking people in it, or people that are more attractive to you. Mm-hmm. And when they're bolstering the people that the majority of the populace are going to find attractive in these weird niche videos, it's very strange.
And then hinting, and then just subliminally attacking you with, you're fucking your sister. It's not cool, you Pornhub, and fucking stop.
Yeah.
Okay, the last thing I want to say is that viewed more often than women compared to men. Number 1 is somewhat obviously pussy licking, because girls love to get their pussies licked, and guys think it kind of smells. Mm-hmm. Female friendly and lesbian stuff, like duh. But here's where it gets weird. Girls watch gangbang way more than guys.
Really?
Which I guess that's not too weird, but it's interesting. It's cool. Like, good job for you, girls.
Yeah.
But they also, you were saying this earlier, that you didn't think this is what they watch, but they watch hardcore porn twice as much.
Twice as much as guys?
100% is twice as much, right? Yeah. 100% more?
Yeah.
Yeah. They watch hardcore porn twice as much, and they watch rough sex more.
Interesting.
Almost twice as much. Yeah. So you have this idea that girls don't like getting like raped, but they don't like getting raped, but like they like getting not in reality, but like they like the fantasy.
Yeah. And I mean, it makes sense now that you're saying it. Like, I was kind of saying my point of it to think of a justification for the whole like lesbian porn thing, but I guess what you're saying makes sense in its own light too, like the whole just idea of being dominated, I guess. I can see.
I mean,
I'm not. My point is, I'm not surprised by either one of them. I can see like how each one makes sense, I guess, if that makes sense.
But it's just like you would think that guys, because I mean, you would think that guys watch a good amount of rough sex.
Yeah. It surprises me that they watch it more than guys, but it doesn't surprise me that they watch it.
Exactly. Yeah, me. Same with me. But and that, to be like fair, female friendly, they watch twice as much as they watch hardcore. But still, not that's because no guys watch female friendly. If you had to think of who watches the most porn, like as far as age goes, what age bracket do you think watches the most porn?
Or by
like basic,
what are the brackets?
Here's how it goes.
How many years are they bracketed? Thank you.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm about to say. First of all, they don't count anybody 18 and younger, which is a shame. And,
well, I mean, of course, though.
No, whatever.
They're covering their own asses. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. Okay. But so there's an 18 to 24, a 25 to 34, and then a 35 to 44. The other ones we don't even really need to discuss because obviously. But like 18 to 25, 18 to 24.
The oldest one.
See, that's what you would think, but you're completely wrong. It's ass backwards. 18
Is it
to
the youngest
24.
One? Okay, see, I wanted to guess the youngest one because obviously it's a bunch of young perverts, but like just horny ass people with testosterone flowing out their ass. But I was thinking maybe it was going to be ass backwards and be the old men that aren't getting any anymore, so they're watching porn instead.
Right. I kind of thought that too.
But if you would have said that they were counting the under 18, I was going to go with that. I was going to go I was going to go like 14 to 18.
yeah, I probably would too.
And it'd probably be a correct answer.
People love to watch porn on their phones, which is obvious because we all know that. And
if you don't, you're lying to yourself.
Yeah. And PC people watch way more porn than Apple people do.
Really?
Yeah.
That one's kind of strange to me because Apple's very virus friendly. Like, it's really hard to get a virus on a Mac.
But I mean, a lot of people don't have an Apple
that's true.
PC
that's
and
true.
A Windows PC.
Yeah. And a lot more people have PC than Macintosh, so I guess the numbers are instantly going to jump that way.
Yeah. And I guess the last thing to talk about for this episode is just the future, which is virtual reality.
Yeah.
And they have it here. Virtual reality is becoming reality. And basically, they're just showing a bunch of different statistics about how fucking virtual reality is going to change the world. And change the way we, it's pretty much going to make it so that people don't even want to fuck real girls anymore.
Well, I mean, don't even fucking try and pretend like when you were over here, we didn't try and find VR porn on my VR headset. I mean, that was the first thing we did. Yeah. Jalen has VR, and I was visiting him in Reno a couple days ago. And not a couple days, maybe a week ago or so. Yeah. And the second thing we did, because the first thing we did was I had to sit through a stupid little, like, oh, look at this. None of them are games, and I guess I shouldn't call them stupid. VR is like, at first I was like, VR's sort of cool, but whatever. And then I put it on, and I was like, holy shit, this is crazy. Mm-hmm. This is like seriously going to be the future. Yeah, it's
and then
much
after
more
I said that, I said, show me porn.
Yep.
I said, show me porn.
Yep.
And we tried, and it didn't really work.
It's like it works and doesn't in the same token.
It didn't.
Well, I mean, you can get something up on screen. It's just the quality is just such a shame that it makes no sense. It's not practical.
It will be. I just wonder. Yeah. Like, I feel like we didn't have the right. I don't know. I feel like that's not Rift. What it's supposed to look like.
Yeah, Oculus. Well, I mean, it's because it's all being optimized for cardboard VR. It's being optimized for dual 3D lens VR instead of a phone being docked into a VR station, because that runs through its own virtual reality home versus like the Google Cardboard VR can turn any, like, even YouTube videos and stuff into VR. And the Samsung VR, you have to run it through an app.
I don't care. I think that's still kind of unacceptable.
It is unacceptable.
Especially for porn. Porn's supposed to be at the porn's supposed to be at the pinnacle of like new technology and
Yeah.
research.
Yeah.
Like everybody knows that the internet became a thing because of porn. So
Yeah. I guarantee
I
though,
just- I think-
HTC Vive and Oculus Rift, guaranteed you can get on there and it's gonna work like a charm. But you're also gonna be connected to your fucking $2,000 computer while you're doing it.
exactly. You step up your shit, Pornhub. If you think virtual reality is going to work, I mean, I don't know. Step up your shit. It's a shame that Samsung. And maybe we were probably doing it wrong. I think.
Well, I mean,
you can definitely watch.
You definitely can, but like when we went on there, it's probably possible. When we went on there, it shows you like a little like the cardboard logo, which like Samsung VR shows you the Oculus logo and you can use things, and Google Cardboard shows you the cardboard logo and you can use things. So I mean, they're very close source on where they take things from. Because like with as far as internet videos and stuff, if it has a cardboard logo, it's very just you put it in front of your face and put your cardboard on and it works. The Samsung, like I said, has to be docked, and you can't use your phone normal inside of it. So I mean, it's something that could be fixed very easily though.
The Chinese, and the rest of the Asian bunch are the ones who are using VR porn the most.
Yeah, they have the full VR porn machines and stuff. They're weird motherfuckers.
That's all. I think that's about all they had to offer, and all we have to offer about this subject.
It was pretty informative though. I will say that.
I think so too.
Favorite porn star while we're on the topic.
I think. Well, I don't know if she's still my favorite, but when she first now her stuff's really annoying. But when Dillian Harper first came out, I was like, holy, this girl's a goddess.
Okay, fair enough. No, I would say that my favorite.
Also, yeah, go ahead, give yours.
It's the same thing kind of as you were saying though. Lately, like I haven't seen anything good, but she's very good looking. Is Riley Reid?
I was gonna say Riley Reid too.
Yeah, she's a good.
I don't know. I feel like she's kind of slowly I'm slowly starting to not like her content.
Yeah, no, and I agree.
Also,
I'm saying the videos are starting to get bad, but
yeah,
her looks.
I think
still
she's
look
like.
good.
I see. That's where I disagree. I feel like maybe I'm totally wrong, but I feel like she's maybe gotten into pills or.
Oh no,
meth or
she
something.
definitely has. She's gotten into drugs or something lately.
Yeah, which to me is like somewhat of a turnoff.
Yeah,
but
no,
I also that one girl, and same thing. Like earlier I was into it, but lately, is that Danny Daniels girl? She's all right too.
Yeah. Good to know. Fun conversations.
Oh, and I've also been on this Latina thing lately.
On a Latina thing?
Yeah.
I've been onto a real stepsister thing lately, I think.
So please don't brainwash us, Pornhub, please.
There's this one video. If you just go look up stepmom and stepdaughter return from grocery store and seduce stepson on couch. Just type in just step orgy and you'll find it.
Step orgy.
But good. I'm glad we broke ground on this topic because
Yeah,
it's not really talked about enough. It is.
It's not. And people are gonna be like, oh, I can't believe it's so gross you're talking about that. But like, and then 7 hours from now you're gonna go on the website. So fuck you. Like,
and you're gonna
somebody
fucking
needs
click
to
on
talk
one of those
about
stepsister videos. You nasty.
exactly. And then 5 years from now you're all gonna be brainwashed and you're gonna be like, we should have talked about it because it's better to talk about it and admit to it and have a honest and earnest conversation about it so that we can know our feelings on it than bottle it up and pretend like no one watches porn and it doesn't exist. All right.
Shut the fuck up. Eat a bag of dicks. Go fucking jerk off to
Dudes.
some more of your fucking sister Pikachu porn.
2 dudes signing off.
Yeah, but anyways, guys, if you liked this episode, make sure to go ahead and drop a like. And fuck me. If you like this video, make sure to smash that motherfucking like button so goddamn hard with your fucking rock hard semi from watching your stepsister videos. Smash that like button. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe if you already haven't, and make sure to share this video with your friends and stepsister. And we will catch all you dudes in the next one.
Their family too. 2 dudes signing off.
You can't share with your family though, just your siblings, or else
They're family
it'll be
too,
weird.
aren't they?
Yeah.